claptrap, snip, snap, slip, slap, cat in the hat.
Okay, well, that wasn't me, right? I didn't feel it, so it wasn't me.
I went
what
to
she
grab
said.
it and just went whoop. I don't know how I went like this and it flew this.
It's condensated. That's a word. All right. Well, what are you doing?
Good form, right?
Well, I'm so disturbed. The little crunches of your hairs is touching the mic. Please stop.
Well, everybody, are we recording?
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Well, you can always tell by the big red block over there.
There's two. It's a rectangle.
Shut the fuck up. God damn it. Well,
Dominic,
let's do it again.
let's do it again.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Things and Stuff podcast. I am one of your hosts. I'm one of two, one of very few. My name's Dom. I like to talk about things.
I'm Zach, and you know I talk about some stuff.
And we got something for you. And you can see it now. Zachary! You splooshed everywhere! Now the chair's gonna be sticky. I'll get you something. Take a sip. Technical difficulties.
I swear this doesn't happen all the time. Guys, this is a professional environment, okay?
Was this your first time opening a can? You splooged, dude. You splooted.
Everywhere. It's like a fucking...
Was that necessary? You really had to call my cord management out? You had to call out my wire management? How many Pop-Tarts? Okay.
How's everyone doing today? Hey guys. There's no one. There's we don't have a.
This is filmed in front of a live studio. Oh, we're never gonna get this done.
Nope.
Well,
My foot's itchy now.
Pop-Tarts or toaster strudel?
Pop-Tarts. Toaster strudels are good though, but didn't they discontinue them?
I don't know.
When was the last time you saw a toaster strudel?
Dude, I haven't been in that section of the store. Don't you do it. Can you stop breaking those off? I found like 4 of them.
It's not me.
Yes, it is.
It's not me.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Why?
It's a ghost.
Why do you do that?
Have you ever watched The Twilight Zone?
No, I haven't.
It's actually pretty good. It's like
I don't believe that.
it's good for the time, you know. It's
Anytime you say that, it means it's bad.
I mean, dude, it's old. It's old stuff.
So old things are bad? Yes.
They're worse usually. Like an old model of a car is usually worse than the newer model of a car.
You're not wrong.
Old computer is usually worse than a newer computer.
All right, so let's start this off with a real bang. Would you rather die normally, like peacefully in your sleep, but alone, boring, unadventurous, or be part of a mass extinction?
What kind of mass extinction?
Whatever your heart desires.
I'm going mass extinction, guys.
Yeah, man.
I'm going mass extinction,
Yeah,
bro.
like,
I if we're all spontaneously combusting, I'm gonna spontaneously
it's either
combust.
spontaneously combusting, World War Z with the aliens coming down in their Gundams and stuff, just blowing stuff up with their lasers.
There's a lot to unpack with that. There's a lot to unpack.
Which one?
World War Z with aliens and Gundams.
Shit.
That's
World at War? War
Yeah.
of the Worlds. War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Tom
That's
Cruise.
they're like a
a
squid.
remake.
They're like squid robot aliens. hard to
pinpoint on that one.
yeah.
Or you got the Terminator nuclear fallout.
What's the scariest kind of alien to you?
The xenomorphs from Alien are pretty scary.
Yeah.
But I think it's the scarier ones are the ones that have the telepathy and the telekinesis, that it can kind of just lift you up and vaporize you without trying.
I think ones that are scary
like-
are
And you're dead.
ones that would like here I go with morphing again.
Oh boy.
No,
Oh boy.
like ones that would be able to like shapeshift into humans, and they sort of
Like,
probably what's already happening.
Oh yeah, they are among
So
us.
so what is your stance on that? Do you think there are aliens currently on Earth? And I'm not talking about okay.
Whoa, gonna skip over that one.
I'm just gonna slowly look to the side.
I believe that there is an incredibly high chance that is already happening. There is no way that, first of all, there's no way that aliens are not a thing. Can you can you control yourself a little bit, please? Thank you.
Obviously. Obviously I can't.
Self-control, breathe it out.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, fix
I
your
gotta
posture.
sit up straight. People
Yeah.
are calling me out on my posture. I fucking jizzed myself and got bad posture.
Yeah, you're a mess today, dude. You're a mess. All over the place.
All over the place.
Aliens, there's no way that there are not aliens out there, because we are one of so many galaxies. And that's just the galaxies. Like, you think that we're the only intelligent life form? You think we're the only life forms in the entire space?
No, we're on the same.
Nebulous?
We're on the exact same page
I know.
of this entire conversation.
I'm talking to the masses.
Yeah.
Talking to the masses.
So I think
You think there's nothing on Pluto, dog? You think Pluto doesn't have little Plutonian bugs walking around? They're out there. They're out there.
Pluto.
They're out
I'm
there.
trying to figure out. I don't think any other planet.
This is a
in-
conspiracy podcast now.
Yeah, I don't.
Somebody
think,
call Tom DeLonge. Call me Dom.
Oh yeah,
DeLonge.
he does do alien
Bro, he
stuff.
quit Blink-182 to pursue his conspiracy theories.
Good for him.
No, yeah, but no. Like,
He was
good on you for doing what you love. Follow your dreams. Close one eye.
That's why he left Blink-182.
Yeah.
Is that what Angels and Airwaves is about? Aliens?
That's not what any of the songs are about.
No, it's
but-
very religious. Actually,
Is it really?
there's a lot of religious. There's like a song called "Literally Star of Bethlehem" or some shit like that. There's a lot of religious overtones.
It's hard to take him
Well,
seriously.
so for anyone who likes Blink-182 and
Shout out
has
Blink-182.
never shout them out, and has never listened to the side projects of the other bands, Mark.
Real
and
quick. Interjection. Plus 44 or Angels and Airwaves?
Angels and Airwaves.
Same. Sorry, Tom.
Mark,
Fucking.
you know he has cancer.
Not anymore. He
Oh
beat
really?
It.
Good for him.
He beat it.
Yeah, he lost his hairdo though. Sucks. Shout out Mark.
I think he beat it. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, we hope he beat it.
We hope you beat it, Mark. Mark, if you're listening, and I know you are,
Yeah.
shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Go on.
So for those that don't know what Plus 44 and Angels and Airwaves are, those are the other members of the band's side projects. So Tom left Blink-182. They split up. They had that hiatus period, and then Tom went over and started Angels and Airwaves. And one of my favorite albums from them is I Empire. It's a great album. That's the only album I really know from them. A lot of great songs on that. And then Mark and Travis went and started Plus 44, and they're also in Boxcar Racer.
I think that was Tom and Travis.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure. Because Tom is featured. Tom is a vocalist on Boxcar Racer.
You might be right.
So.
You might
that's
be right.
something.
I know that those are three of the three side project bands. I don't think there's another one. But
Not that
yeah,
I know of.
I prefer the Angels and Airwaves. Just because it's so Blink-182 is really good, but I feel like Tom was very limited with his I hope it wasn't Mark that was doing it, but because Mark's very. I mean, he plays the bass, but
Kooky.
he's
very kooky.
Yeah, he's got his roots, and he doesn't stray too far from those roots. Where Tom is gonna try and do everything. He's like an innovator. He's trying to do new things, trying to do new stuff, and he did that with Angel Airwaves. And there's a lot of really good music. It's just good music, even if it's not your type of music. It's good music.
It's very good.
Whereas Plus 44 sounds like Blink-182 without Tom DeLonge.
Yeah.
That's what
you know what's
get.
funny? New Blink-182 sounds like a Blink-182 cover band.
It's true, because Mark is so much older.
Yeah, Mark is so much older, and then the other dude, Matt, he it just ain't it. There's nothing wrong.
You're just
with
trying
him.
to catch the magic.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them, but it just ain't it. Like there's a specific vibe that Tom brought to it, and the new guy Matt and Mark, their vocal range is too close. Like they sing in the same tone, so it's like sometimes you can't tell who is who, and there's no.
It's like when we're talking, where we're. I don't think we sound the same, but we've known each other.
We sound
forever.
We sound pretty similar, dude. We sound pretty similar.
I know I'm a little more nasally and high pitched, and you've got. You're a little lower.
Sometimes. I like to. Sometimes I like to try to speak from the chest.
Yeah, I think I am right now, but
I think you clear up when you come here because you're not snorting.
Oh, we got to bring it up. Got to bring it up.
Always get a freaking air purifier. It's not that hard.
Well, I also just took a shower too. That helped clear the nasal passages.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Nice hot shower. Does a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, ice cold, dude. Fucking threw ice cubes in. No, it was a hot shower. That was great.
I mean, shout out to you if you do cold
so,
showers.
I mean, before I know we pinned the pin and we left the topic, but what do you think the worst way to die is?
It's either...
Because you brought up mass extinction.
Yeah, it's either burning to death or drowning. Burning to death is super slow if you're not, like, vaporized. And drowning... That's one of my biggest fears. Like, not being able to breathe, I can't stand it. So, one of the two.
What about... Here's a thought. What about being displaced? Like, parts of your body being displaced.
Like, in the medieval times when they would strap you to 4 horses and just...
Things aren't where they're supposed to be anymore.
I feel like that...
Agonizing.
I feel like that would be
shock.
The least.
There'd be a lot of shock.
I feel like that would be the least painful of all of them, to be honest, because your body would just be freaking out, like what? Like the Windows sound, and it would just shut down. And you're kind of just a torso lying there, like you're gonna bleed out incredibly quickly, and that's kind of it. You probably pass out from the pain and shock. So
yep.
I
that's
think
a bad way to die.
All
right, guys, leave it in the comments. Tell us your worst way to die. Yeah, we can.
We have YouTube.
You can say things. Leave how would you not like to die? I mean, dying sucks.
Dying sucks.
So never mind.
Okay.
Leave it down in the comments.
I have another topic on that topic.
Death?
Yes. Post
kind of mortem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Post-mortem. What would you like your remains to be?
I want to be cremated from the neck down, and at my funeral, you have to hold my head while you're talking about me, and then when you're done, you launch my head into the audience, and they have to keep it up for at least 10 hits.
Bro, how long have you been at this? Because that was instant, and there was zero thought that went into that. Zero thought.
I don't remember the comedian that said that, actually.
That is
it was
hilarious.
I think it was Daniel Tosh.
That sounds
Daniel Tosh or Dan Cook, one of them.
It sounds
it's
like
one of
either,
those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, cremated from the neck down, and at the funeral, you have to hold my head.
Please,
my eyes are open.
Talking head. I would like to be cremated. But you know what would be cool? Just came up with this yesterday.
Tree.
I don't know why.
Into a tree.
Planted into a tree would be cool.
Yeah.
Or melted down into steel and made into a sword.
Blood sword.
Blood sword.
Oof.
Just
Bone
slay
sword.
my enemies, and then it gets put
Just
above the
Put it on
hall of
somebody's
fire.
mantle, and then eventually my kids and grandkids are going to be like, what is this? I don't want it anymore. They're going to pawn it off to a pawn shop, and I'm going to start haunting people.
Is this house haunted, sir? No.
Not at all. It's
What's
not a
that
house.
sword? What's that sword doing? It's been here for ages.
What? Where did
What's
the sword
that
go?
noise?
In the middle of the night, you hear,
Taco Bell.
what was that? That's funny.
That is.
So
I think I'd like to be I think the tree thing is the most realistic one. The cremated from the neck. No one's holding my head at the fucking. I mean, look, if it happens, it happens. I don't whatever.
I don't think there will be any residual haunting if that happens, but I think it would be a little bit traumatizing.
So, what is your take on the afterlife then?
I am indifferent. I would like to believe that there is a sense of reincarnation, but also basically just that there is life after death. I don't know if you go into an afterlife like
You don't want there to be nothing. You don't want a void.
I don't think it's just black.
I don't think there's a void.
Nothing.
No.
Like darkness. Like your eyes are closed and you're just sleeping forever. I don't think that's it.
So, my the only reason I say that reincarnation is the easiest one to form of afterlife to side with is because it doesn't require anything. It just sort of happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's no human part to reincarnation. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no
happens.
like this is going to be a controversial one for anyone who's watching and they're fairly religious. You know, this isn't us trying to pull you out of whatever your religion or talk down on anybody's religion or anything like that. But
Just our thoughts.
it's just the thoughts, yeah, and because both Dom and I grew up in very Christian households, going to church all the time, Sunday school, all that
That's where
sort
we
of
met.
stuff.
Fun fact.
Yeah, Dom played bells
I
at
did.
church.
And
I sang in a
timpanis.
choir. I was an acolyte. There's a lot. We did a lot growing up, so we're pretty well versed.
So being an acolyte was kind of whack.
I mean, you just lit candles.
I know. I thought it would be so much cooler.
Lit
than
candles and gave out wine.
That. It's like
cool.
just sitting there holding
Whatever.
the tray for people.
The
to put their
coolest,
little
the
cups
coolest, the coolest one was the Good Friday service, and you look like fucking Neo from the
in.
Matrix.
Bro, I never got to go to one of those.
I went to. I always went. I think my family was a little bit more into St. Mark's because like
you
my
were
family
more
worked
involved.
there. But yeah, so this isn't bashing. My main take on it is I just don't think that there's any conceivable humans that have the correct idea of what happens after death or if it's written in a book, it was written by a person. A person wrote it, whether it's any of the religions, any of them. If it's written in a book and you can read it and buy it for money. Fun fact, the Bible is the most stolen book in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they are in almost every hotel room.
Exactly.
Just pick it up,
Yeah.
put it in your suitcase. They're not going to know.
No. So that's I just don't think humans have the insight or perception to really like it's the same thing. Like, have you ever seen? So I watch a lot of not conspiracy stuff, but like
You
old
watch this
religious. I
conspiracy.
watch a lot of conspiracy and
He
like
does.
religious stuff and history things. Do you know what actually they said angels looked like?
Demons.
Not demons per se, but they look like
Demons.
anamorphous.
Here we go with the morphin.
No, but they look like eyes and wings and rays of light. They don't look like a fucking dude in a white robe with a freaking halo and
And
bird
wings.
wings. They don't look like that. That's not, if you go back and read some of the or get into some of the older stuff, they don't look like what they show you in. And look, Jesus wasn't white, guys.
Hot take.
Hot take. Jesus ain't white.
Hot take.
If he's anything, he looks like the dude at the corner store, probably. like on some real shit. He looks like the dude at the corner store. You know? Just because that's where the area that's geography. That's where he was from.
Yeah.
He's from the Middle East.
Yeah.
He's not from fucking Canada.
Dropping a white dude.
He's
in
not.
Jerusalem.
He's not the most. Oh, he's so white.
He would be
Pasty.
unbelievably sunburnt. Living out there. Why do you have blisters on your face?
Yeah.
Did it just pop?
Yeah. This ain't leprosy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my take. I just don't think humans know. That's the same thing with aliens. My big thing with aliens, I wanted to bring this up earlier, and now we're bringing it back. The reason I wholeheartedly believe that at least some organization knows that there are aliens. There's too many like odd videos and things just happening all the time where you see the lights in the sky or whatever, and no one's claiming them.
Bro, so here's an idea. I just heard about this on another podcast. There is a theory that Antarctica, because I always say that wrong. There is a theory that Antarctica is
Game theory with that, Pat.
that Antarctica, how many times am I going to say it?
Antarctica.
Is a
God, I do
ancient,
slouch.
a little bit. It's hard. It's hard to not. You really gotta feel out the spine and realize that what
We are men.
you're concaving.
All right, Antarctica.
Antarctica. There's a theory that it's an ancient civilization that was akin to the Egyptians. There's a theory that there are pyramids there, and that
I've seen this theory. I've dabbled.
in either World War I and World War II, part of it was discovered, and they were unearthing it, and they found
Things and stuff.
higher things and stuff.
They found
higher
things.
technology, and now people believe that the UFOs that have been cited for however many years are actually the tech that we are retrograding from Antarctica. And it's all being kept on the hush hush, on the low low. We welcome back to Things and Theories.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, I just did something there.
Thursdays, things and theories.
Thursdays, Things and Theories. It's Sunday.
It's copyrighted.
Trademark.
Yeah.
So that's
So
pretty cool.
I could see it happening only because the general population just doesn't know. And there's no way any government, any of them, are telling the whole truth. Doesn't matter what country you live in, they're not batting 1,000.
Somebody
all right?
doesn't know something.
Yeah, somebody. I don't even think the president. Well, the
They
current
got-
president definitely doesn't know everything. But I mean, the early onset dementia. Not even early onset dementia. Late dementia. I don't know.
Sundowners.
But it's just, he doesn't. I think the president probably knows the least.
yeah, because
they're-
there's people running the show. He's just the face.
Yeah, he's a temporary employee.
Yeah.
The president.
Literally.
The president is just a temporary
Wow,
employee.
That's
guys.
something to think about.
He's just a temporary employee.
Never thought about it that way.
No matter what he does, it's like, not to get too political,
Oh,
but
boy.
he even said it. If he loses the House, if a president does not have control over the House and or the Senate, all he has is the power to veto stuff.
That's it.
He can literally say, nah,
Yeah.
nah,
Nah.
and then they can go, yeah, and he's like, nah,
Oh.
and then they go, yeah, and he's like, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they did it, you know. So there are people at least in the United States, that have been around and had their fingers in stuff longer than most of our presidents. Fingers, the 2 fingers and the 3 fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Two.
If you get the
fingers.
reference, you
Shout
get it.
out.
If you know, you know. Hey,
If
that's
you know,
it.
you know. If you don't know,
You should know.
you need to learn.
Yeah.
Find out.
Yeah, 2 fingers.
2 fingers, possibly 4 fingers, possibly 2 hands.
I know something that you don't know, and okay, we're talking about Elden Ring now. We just sort of supercut So if you read some of the Frenzy Flame stuff, spoilers, they mention the 3 fingers.
So here's a hot take. Is it?
It's a whole hand.
Is it 2 fingers?
It's one
and 2
hand
fingers?
that was.
So do we have 2 thumbs?
What?
Do we have 2 Do we have the middle finger and the pointer finger?
I think
we
we
have the
have. I
pinky?
think the good one is this one, and then the bad one is the 3. I don't know if it's bad, but I'm assuming because the 2 fingers is the golden order, right?
Yeah.
If you look at the Frenzy Flame stuff, it's
Talks about 3 fingers.
talks about the 3 fingers,
Huh.
and the
Did you know that the characters in the beginning, in the opening cinematic, are most of the people at the round table?
makes sense.
I
They're
rewatched
main
it today,
they're main story driving characters.
and it brings up the dude in the library, the chick who's in the bedroom that gives you a long warming hug,
Oh.
and the dung eater. That's a real thing, people.
Yeah,
He's a dung eater. Whether or not he actually consumes said dung, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
It is wild. It is. It is. If anyone's not playing Elden Ring right now,
What are you
what are you
doing?
doing?
What
What
are
are you
you-
doing, bro?
Get it
I
together.
actually watched. It's one of the YouTubers, I think IGN or whatever. They were talking about how the Ubisoft, because they released a week before Elden Ring, Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden
Bad
West.
move.
Terrible move.
Bad
And
move.
do you know what they did? They bashed Elden Ring for the success. Okay, well, if your game was better, or if, I bet it's a great game. I bet it's a great game.
I've heard nothing but good things about Horizon, the Horizon series, but bro, come on. You're talking about one of the most anticipated games of all time.
Yeah.
And you're gonna drop yours a week before?
But did they know?
They had to have. We
Oh
knew.
yeah, we knew. Yeah,
We
yeah,
knew.
probably. Yeah,
If
it's a
anything,
bad move.
Bite the bullet, push
And
it
wait.
back 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
Let
I
the
would've.
hype die down.
That would have been the smart thing to
Yeah,
do.
because by then people are going to finish the game. The
Go into
non-
summer. Make it a summer release.
The non-hardcore gamers are going to be over it. They're going to do one playthrough, or they're going to give up because it's too difficult. It's pretty
I
hard.
think honestly, it's the easiest one that I've played. Not in terms of us not dying. So we die a lot. We're not amazing, but we're not bad either. Where I'd say we're a bottom above average players, if that makes sense.
I would say
We're probably
that
in like if it's out of 100, we're probably somewhere in like the 65, 70 range where if somebody's fighting us, we're going to put up a good fight, but then there's going to be people that just
yesterday,
completely chop.
got
Well, bro,
one-
dude was
one
lagging and right through
had
your
2
chest.
spears, poked me, I died. Just beep, beep. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. Just like that.
Okay, here's the thing. Hot take from software. Get your servers together. Please. And
For
they
the
say
love of goodness
like
gracious.
there's just compared to the other games, I just feel like the online has been far more laggy, but there is quite a lot more being rendered.
There's a lot more being rendered, and we also didn't play the other games basically from release. What's been out? Like a couple weeks now? 3 weeks? 2 weeks? 3
A few weeks, handful of weeks.
So they've had time, but you're right.
They've released a patch already,
it's
but
a
I don't
co-op
think
open world.
it's barely a co-op open world though.
It's co-opable.
Yeah. It's
I
like
mean, at least we
85% co-opable.
At least we don't have the stupid timers.
that was
Like
miserable.
Dark Souls 2 and 3
Had
and
a
1.
timer?
Yeah, 30 minutes max. And then Dark Souls 2 had the shades, which were 15 minutes. Miserable.
Yeah. That's just you just can't get
Miserable.
anything done in that amount of time.
No, you're there to fight the boss, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. And which was boring, honest to God. Which this co-op system is way better.
Much.
But yeah,
I feel that in terms of difficulty, it was Dark Souls 2, 1, 3, Bloodborne, Elden Ring is somewhere in the middle. Bloodborne for me was easy. I was coming off of like 400 hours of Dark Souls 2. So I was a little bit seasoned, but I got through the first 4 boss. I got all the way to Vicar Amelia without dying.
Well, Bloodborne, Bloodborne's a you get what you put into it kind of game, where if you really go at it, you're not gonna die. But in
Dark Souls, there's just a whole lot of malarkey.
yeah, and it's just a
Whole lot
slower
of
paced
malarkey.
game. I think in terms of my favorite, it goes. It's like parentheses Dark Souls 2 because it's the game I got into first. So it's like the one I have
The
very
fondest
fond memories, like
memory
just
of?
sitting at Logan's
Yeah.
fighting what's his face, the Dragon Rider.
The Dragon
um,
Rider and the Mirror Knight boss,
Mhm,
which I
mhm.
beat both of.
Yeah, like it was great times, and we took that game in stride and really played the fuck out of it. then.
Yeah, I put a lot of hours into that one.
Yeah. And so for me, it would go parentheses Dark Souls 2 because it's sort of like in that like top spot because it's like the first one.
It's your favorite because it's your favorite.
It would go tied, Bloodborne, Elden Ring. It's right there.
Elden Ring is good.
Elden Ring is very good, and we're not even all the way through it
Lacking
yet.
on some armor though.
I just
Lacking on
think
some
we're
armor.
not. I think we're not. I think we're not getting them. There's tons of armor sets, tons. Any armor
But
you see,
where?
we're missing them.
How?
We're missing them. Dude, we've missed
How?
complete quest lines.
Yeah, that's true.
We've missed complete quest lines, and the only reason we saw them is because we went back.
That's true.
You know, like okay, so the biggest. Well, just to finish, it would be. I think Elden Ring's gonna take Bloodborne, but right now it's Bloodborne and Elden Ring, just because I love Bloodborne's setting and I love the combat in
Yeah,
Bloodborne.
that's your style.
I
for
love
sure.
that gothic, evil horror game setting, and then it would be Dark Souls 3, and then Dark Souls 1's not even on the list because I never played it. And then Demon Souls and Sekiro aren't up there either because
Sekiro is a bitch.
because
dude.
it's not really it's just the Souls like it's not really even
like it's from Soft, but
it's a completely different beast.
jeez Louise, that game is difficult.
Sekiro had to happen for Elden Ring to
That
happen
game
though.
is difficult. Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of things that come from Sekiro that are in like the whole crouching system is because of Sekiro.
Yeah.
The whole
The
like stealth is like
it's not
49% viable in Elden Ring. Because you can really
it's pretty
that's
viable,
but I'm
dude.
saying like you can go from thing to thing to thing and stealth them and then use sorceries like the assassin's step and stuff
Yeah.
like that to really like mask yourself. But it's just a far harder thing to do than just going in guns blazing or being a little bit more aggressive or even the mounted combat or
Mounted combat is pretty cool. I didn't like it at first, but
I love the mounted combat now.
it's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say something. I don't remember what
I
it
don't
was.
know. Okay, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you were stuck in one place for a year and you could only play one game, what would it be?
And I'm like playing the game like it's my job.
Like you had nothing else to do. Like
No,
you're
like
stuck.
it's-
You're stuck in the house. You can't go anywhere. You can't you can't really watch TV. You got one thing to do.
I think. I mean, the obvious answer right now is Elden Ring, just because that's what I'm doing right now. Could I play it for a whole year? We'll see. I'd say it'd have to be an MMO. Only be
Non-MMO.
non-MMO.
I should have mentioned that first.
Skyrim is a good one.
I was thinking Skyrim.
Skyrim's a good one. I think Elden Ring's a good one right now. That's the top of the board right now.
Yeah.
because I'm thinking about games with replayability.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim's been out for 10 years and they're still porting it to new fucking consoles, so replayability's there. Could you mod, or is it just base game?
Base game. Even still, I think Skyrim holds a top spot.
I think Skyrim is a very top spot because it's easy and difficult at the same time, and there's so much to do. I'd say yeah, if there was a modern version of Morrowind, there would be even more to do in Morrowind. Like, because like Morrowind, you could make your own spells and shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, like you could.
That's wild.
You could. They had a spell crafting system.
That's wild.
Like in Skyrim, you can craft all your own potions. Like, if you want a potion that gives you, I don't know, lightning breath, stamina regen, and whatever,
Something
like
else.
water breathing, you can put it together, and you have all that in your potion.
Yeah, I was thinking either Skyrim or Final Fantasy X.
Oof.
Because that has a lot to unpack.
A year worth? The same thing. What? Not even Dragon Quest? 8?
I couldn't do that for a year.
Like
that you can beat. You can beat that in 2 weeks. Final Fantasy X, I feel like you can replay it, and there's
2 weeks.
In order to Dragon Quest 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got nothing else going on, dude, maybe a week.
Really?
You got to remember, when we were playing this game, we were like
Kids.
11 and under.
Kids. Yeah.
So I may have put 200 hours into that game, but it's a 30-hour story.
Dude, we're not even done, close to being done with Elden. We're already at 70 hours.
Half that, though. Remember, we are doing everything co-op.
But still, it's still 70 hours. 70 hours is 70 hours. You know, I've still played the game for 70 hours, and we are where we are. Yeah, it would be half if we were... Maybe it would be half.
I think it would be.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it would be.
I don't know. I still think...
Remember, we're like you said, we're doing everything twice, minimum. Like, we do it on my character,
So,
then we do it on his
what
character,
what
and
about
vice
without
versa.
what about without you? What if I end up getting stuck? Even with the ashes or the shits, you know?
I don't think you get stuck long enough to push you to where we are.
The only reason I'm saying that is because I talk to people at work, and a lot of them are just ahead of us, and they're at that 60, 70 hour threshold still.
Really?
Yeah, like they're in we have the Altus Plateau unlocked. But we haven't gone there yet because we're still, we're tidying up. I like to complete the zones. Try and find as much.
There's no way. I wouldn't forgive myself if we didn't complete the zone.
Only because I know you're gonna end up going back to the zones. Like I already have it's like the same thing as what I was saying is you have to go back to the zones and then you find stuff.
Yep.
Like there's one zone called the Weeping Peninsula, and I missed an entire
whole village.
I missed a whole village and a church, and there's stuff there, and you find new sorceries, they were incantations, but you find shit and they're just there, and 95% of the game skippable.
It's like you look
missable, everything.
You look on the map, and this has happened to me several times with that specific spot too.
There has to be something there.
Yeah, it's like this game does a really good job of placing check markers wherever something is. So if you look on the map, and your map is this big, and you have a save point here, 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 and here, but there's not one in here, that means you're missing something in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a grace at everything. Everywhere, every major point that you go, there is at least
even
one
minor
grace.
things.
Yeah, exactly. Even
minor things, like
So-
you'll literally be like, "Hey, here's part of a road."
like
Grace.
the spot where we found the sorceress Selin, where you had to go underground, fight the boss, and then go fight.
I mean, that was a
her.
ruins though.
Right, but for the longest time, I was like, "There's a very big spot between here and here that there's no grace. Why?" And I rode by it, and it was just a flower, and I'd been over there already. So I was like, I got the item, so I guess it's just...
Come to pass that we missed it. I was running around doing it, and I find a boss. There's a mini boss there, and which leads you to an NPC that opens up a actually very dense storyline.
Yeah,
It's an important
She's-
storyline.
she's a
Selling
big,
storyline is important actually.
she's a big player.
But you
Ain't that about a bitch?
like you can miss all of it.
It's all
can miss-
missable.
All of it.
You can
That's the beauty of it though, because the game is not forcing you. Like people are beating the game in 30 minutes because there's probably
well, that's with
3.
that's game breaking.
Are they?
I haven't watched, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't.
Every Souls run that has ever been under an hour has been because they find
Okay,
a
but
rock,
still-
they jump over it, they break the map, and then run to the final boss.
Okay, but okay, the most legit one. It's still an hour or 2
Right.
hours,
Right.
which is even still that's insane. That's insanity. That legit. I'm saying a legit run, no game breaking, is in that. I'm seeing people saying they're doing it in 30 minutes. I'm seeing people do it in 2 hours. So somewhere in there is the correct time. I'm not sure because I don't want to see it because I don't want to know.
Right.
But what I'm
I
saying
would
is that
assume,
there's
like,
only
the hour.
the boss we're about to fight, Radon, 100% optional.
Are we sure though?
100%.
Because he's one.
100%.
Why do you know that?
Because I somebody at work.
Oh.
We were talking about
he has
Radon got
part of that.
reworked. Radon got reworked. He got nerfed. So we're
Cool.
gonna fight a nerfed Radon.
Cool.
But they just said, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, you don't even have to fight him."
That's so strange to me because isn't he part of?
No.
Isn't he holding a piece of the Elden Ring?
What is the Elden Ring?
I don't know, man.
From what I understand, there's only 4 main bosses.
So it's Godric,
Margit,
Melania. No.
Margit, you can't skip Margit. Margit is unskippable. You have to get to get to Godric, you have to fight Margit.
But do you need to beat Godric to beat the game?
I think so.
So
I think,
Margit is just a stepping stone.
but he's necessary because you can't
Sure.
fight Godric without
Sure.
Margit. He's a main story boss.
Sure.
And then it would be, I think there's like 2 others, and that's it.
Melania.
And
I-
whoever the other one
I
is,
can't imagine Radon
Somebody.
not being one.
he's not, because
Weird.
Caelid's not technically. You don't ever need to go to Caelid. You can completely skip Caelid. As far as I can tell right now, because how do you get to the Altus Plateau is where we have to go, right?
Is that where?
That's
we got
where we
teleported
went
to?
up and we went back and did Caelid.
Oh, that's where
Where the
lift
side
is.
path, the lift,
Yeah,
take
yeah.
the Dectus. So we're going to find the other Dectus half because it's chilling in
In-
Caelid right now. Did you see the snap I sent you?
Yeah.
It's in a fort in Caelid, the other half. It says it on the description for
Yeah,
the other one.
I remember.
Because the lady told us.
Right.
The lady we found in the cave told
Right.
us, and I think it added that description on it.
That's wild.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's
Because
wild.
why would it be there from the get-go? Because all the people were like, oh, find the Albanaic lady.
Yeah, and then
That'll
you
tell
just go. Yeah.
you just go. So I think just like with fog doors or illusionary walls taking multiple hits, when you sent me that,
Bro, I wish I could explain to you the shock on my face when I saw that.
did you
I
see
was
what I
laying in
sent you?
bed.
No, the Michael
yeah,
Scott.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly how I felt because now so one of the
There
one of
is
the
so much
one
we
of the
coulda
one of the
made.
biggest things in Elden Ring or any Souls game is people you can leave messages on the floor. And people will say, "Oh, illusionary wall here, hidden item here, whatever." And then you'll see someone say, "Liar ahead." But these messages are all over the place. So you're just sort of like, maybe, okay, whatever. And come to find out that Iron Pineapple actually was the one that found it. God bless. I love Iron Pineapple.
Was he really?
Yeah,
I
it was
didn't
his. It was his video.
That's
Or
crazy.
it wasn't his. It was him.
shared it?
Him sharing it.
Yeah, okay.
And that changes everything because now, and it wasn't even 2 hits. It wasn't 3 hits.
It
was
like
like 10,
20.
20 hits. And that's insane.
So I was looking into the comments though. What I was reading was that it was originally intended as a shortcut and they just didn't want it to
That
be.
specific one.
I think so.
Oh,
But there might be more. Because I didn't read too far
You don't
into it
know.
because I don't want to be spoiled.
That's the problem. You don't know, and so
I'm gonna spend like 30 hours just hitting every single door,
Yeah.
and every single piece of wall. in
anytime
the
you see an
game.
illusionary thing, you need to spend at least a minute whacking that thing just to make sure now, because that's the kind of game Dark Souls is. It is built by the community. The game is there
True.
for the community, just like the community is there for the game. The community is literally going to do this to the game, and it's just going to propel it farther than anything it ever was or is, because you have people like that, or people that are doing crazy builds and really squeezing the amount.
They
push
push
the limit.
game to the absolute
The absolute limit, and there's not a lot of you can't do that with Call of Duty. Oh,
No.
ooh, great. 360 no scope. Ooh, cool. You saw me snipe that dude? Great. Cool. Throw a knife. Whoo. And that's it. That's the max. And then you got people that are hacking and using guns, and there's people that hack in Dark Souls too, but
Yeah.
it's a completely different entity because the game is designed for you to fail.
Right.
There's no microtransactions. It is a game for gamers.
Yeah.
It is a love letter to all of the Souls fans. And that is the best part about Elden Ring.
It is. And with that, I think it's a great time to end the episode.
Yeah.
Been a good one.
I agree.
Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate the continuous support that you guys have been giving us. I hope you are enjoying the videos. The videos have been getting some pretty good views on YouTube.
Traction.
Some traffic. So just keep up the support for us. We will continue to make new videos. Hopefully,
I'll fix my posture for you guys.
we'll both fix our posture. Hopefully, we'll get back on a regular schedule. It's been kind of wishy-washy recently because of life, but
Work.
It is what it is,
Work, man.
And yeah. See ya.
See ya.